Hey, I am out here in my garden today on this beautiful day. It's really sunny and warm. We're gonna get some rain in the next few days, so I wanted to get out here and get my potatoes in the ground before it rains. Anyways, but before that, I wanted to show you guys what's going on out here. Okay, first thing I have going on out here is really exciting are these two asparagus beds. I planted asparagus here last year and I'm gonna let it go at least 2 years just to let them establish themselves and create more asparagus. So these are going to just keep growing and go to seed. Anyways, that's exciting. Got my elderberry bushes here leafing out. This is the 4th year we'll harvest from them, and every year it just gets more and more. Down at the end, there's rhubarb growing up nicely. I had transplanted that from up near the house, but that's looking good. A few days ago, Tim got out here with the flame weeder and flamed all the weeds he could. He had to leave some. There were some that were just too close to the weed cloth and he didn't want to melt it. So anyways, he got the worst of it, which is great. Lemon is over there rubbing on this gutter spout, and I'm sure she's gonna not give up. Anyways, Tim put that in recently so we can harvest water off of their roof if they don't get at it first. So right here is my garlic bed, which is looking fantastic. And then over here is where I put new strawberry plants last year. I'm hoping they come up. I think that's a little strawberry sprout starting to come. I hope. Anyways, I have to go through and weed this, but also you can see this is where I had my garlic last year. So I must have missed some. I'm gonna pull this up and see if you can see. Oh, all right, it broke off. Pretty sure that is garlic in there, but I'm gonna go through and pull up those weeds. There's not many. And then I'm gonna get started on the potatoes. Okay, so now I'm gonna tackle these potato beds. I think I'm just gonna do two beds here, 2 small beds. I'm gonna do several little things to them. First thing I'm gonna do is broad fork. I'm gonna amend it with bone meal because potatoes like bone meal, and I'm gonna put some compost and just rake it all in there. And then I'll hoe a little trench in the middle to put the potatoes in, and then cover them up. Here we go. All right, so here we go. This is a broad fork, and it really just kind of aerates the soil. Here we go. Hey, I'm realizing I think I forgot to point out this next row here, the trellised part, that's peas. So I planted those, let's see, over 5 weeks ago, and they're starting to sprout. So that's good. I hope we have new peas here soon. Okay, so the next step, I am just sprinkling some bone meal on both of these beds. Alrighty, next up is some compost. Okay, now this rigid rake kind of rake it in and cover up the bed. Okay, next I have this, I think it's a potato hoe. I think it's specific for making a potato trench in the middle of the bed. It was left here by Floyd, good old Floyd, the farmer who owned this farm for 72 years. So we find a lot of treasures from Floyd. So I'm just gonna go down the center of both of these rows to make a little divot in the middle. Okay, now I have, let's see, 5 pounds of Yukon Gold. I have 2 separate 1-pound bags of Magic Molly. They're a purple potato. And I have some sprouted potatoes that I just took out of my storage from last year. I believe these are Yukon Gold. I'm just gonna make this stretch into these 2 beds. I probably should have gotten more Magic Molly, but not gonna do it now. So I'll just go ahead and kind of separate these out into the trenches. All right, now I'm just gonna cover them up with a rake or with my hands. Actually, I'm gonna do my hands so I can push them down a little more. Just make sure they're down in there. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna do, because I have it, is I have a 3/4 of a bale of straw left over from last year that's just been sitting here in the garden. I'm gonna cover this up. I think I can get away, well, so you could either leave the potatoes like this and then come back and hill them when you start seeing some growth, which means you take a hoe and you kind of pile more compost or dirt or soil on them. I always forget to do that. So, and actually, I've had good potato production without doing that. So it's not a deal breaker. I think you just might get more potatoes if you do it, but I'm gonna try seeing if this works as like just more coverage on those potatoes. So, and I need to use it up. So here we go. Alrighty, that's it for the potatoes. So we're gonna get some nice rain in the next few days. That'll be good, so I don't have to water them now. And you kind of just leave these, but what I'm gonna have to keep doing as they grow is come check them for potato beetles, but I'll bring you guys along to do that. So, yay, that didn't take too long. I'm glad I did that. I feel like I was behind on that. So, potatoes are in, yeah.